The other day I was talking to an organization. They were asking me what is art and science, and do you like the science part of it or the art part of it? Many people ask me because I'm a sound engineer and I'm a tabla player, I produce music. So I deal with gadgets and crazy technology, but I deal with art and heart and so many other things. So they always get to compare me with, how do you think technology pushes art down? Do you think technology is a threat to art? For me, I can never pull out technology and science any different from art. Division comes from human mind. You think of this, so you have the Sony recorder and it's capturing my whole interview and we are here talking. This is like 4 inches by 1.5 inches. Can you ever imagine that there is this microphone here that's capturing me? It's going into transistors. There's a analog to my sound waves are actually hitting the diaphragm there, which is being captured in your USB drive. You think they're all not artists who do it? You think you can design a microphone diaphragm? People say, okay, there's a Mona Lisa, there's something that you paint and this thing. Yes, it's visually very inspiring. These are things that are not visually inspiring, but they are probably greater artists than you and me. And the size of the diaphragm is some 0.4 microns. It's like even thinner than an onion peel. You cannot imagine how thin it is, because only when it moves can it even record sound inside. So whatever I'm talking, even if you keep your hand, you don't feel anything moving. So who is this guy, the physicist who actually made that element, who made that material? You think he's not an artist? Why don't you just think of the tire that you drove in from Mahabalipuram? Look at the amount, the chemist who has actually come out with the compound. You think he would have done 10 times more work than I would have tried to do here. And the guy who executed it to become a tire, and then another physicist who then designs the thread to ensure that there is no noise that comes when you run, and that's why you want to buy a Michelin brand and not any other brand, because they say that our tires make less road noise. Why? Because you have a scientist behind it, and that scientist is an artist because he again deals with sound. His ears need to know what is the sound that comes. He may use a spectrogram as a tool, an oscillator as a tool, but isn't he an artist? This is where we fail and we divide. You always have the superiority complex of art and technology. We hail singers, but singers are never heard without these artists. And you can always say, oh, we can live without technology. We don't need this. We don't need microphones. We need concerts without microphone. These divisions are our problem. There was this forum where they said technology and microphone, it messes up classical music. It's not like natural. So people come and tell me, what about in your concert? You don't hear the sounds naturally. It's too amplified and other things. I said, yes, welcome. This is one side of it, and there is this huge set of supporters. But you have never implemented it. So when you start to implement, take the Chennai Margari season. Each artist does a concert all 30 days. So please sing without a microphone for 30 days for 3 hours daily concert. You will never have your voice for the rest of your life. Because you are no more singing to 30 people and 40 people in a concert. You are sitting in a music academy which is all closed with acoustics and you have 2,000 seaters. You want to torture an artist or what? So what is it that we all try to fight is what I asked them. Why do you want to fight? Why do you want to separate technology and say, oh, we are losing? Yes, as an artist myself, I can say tabla sounds a lot more beautiful than it comes through amplification. But when I play without amplification, a few of them can understand what I play. When I play with amplification, many can understand. So here again, A plus B equal to K. You decide what you want. End result is the same. Division will be in our hand. It's how you want to divide. You divide 60-40 or you divide 40-60. But it's only 100. So it's up to us to see. There are some people who will say, oh, it can never capture the sound of a tape. This recorder will never sound like an analog. This is so digital. Yes, that's why you're able to put it in your pocket and move, and he has no big bags. You don't need to come with 4 kilos and have a trolley to bring your tape machine to record me. And you don't need to fear if the tape will get cut. And you don't need to fear if it's going to have fungus 20 years later when you and me are not there. and this will remain. So what? It's again A plus BK. So you don't have something, but you get something else. So the same applies to the students.